Bada boom! Realest one in the goddamn room. How you doing? We are here finally today to bring you seasonal talk. This is episode 8. I am your host, Thabreakmaster, and we're going to be talking about all the new animes that come out. So plenty of first impressions when you got here. We got 5 different animes to discuss, actually. And of course, the old OGs of Blue Lock and My Hero Academia moving on into the next season. So obviously, we're going to be talking about all these things here and more. Plus, we do have a slight hot take. We're going to discuss that just briefly, because this is going to be probably a longer video, especially considering that there's, 7 anime we're going to be going through. So without further ado, let's actually just go ahead and start talking about the animes that we have on the list right now, which I think we're going to start off with Buddy Daddy. Okay, so the thing about this show, this is like Spy X Family, but you got 2 dudes taking care of a child. That's what we're doing right now. And I mean, the show seems like it's gonna be fun to watch, right? I don't think the show is gonna be bad, but from giving this first episode, it's all right. It's all right. Again, I have a 3-episode rule, so I'm gonna watch 3 episodes of this and see how I feel about it. But so far, with how the premise kind of like set up, the only question I really had when I watched this first episode was, why was there no supervision at all for this goddamn child that was running around the entire time in dangerous situations? Like, it don't make no goddamn sense a little bit. But I mean, again, this dude over here, the one with the blonde hair, he wanted a child that didn't go as planned. Things went awry, unfortunately. So now he has this situation right here where he can actually do something with it, right? He's like, all right, then I guess we're going to take this child in and take care of it. You know what I mean? Dude with the ponytail, though, he was actually trying to have a cat initially. And that actually kind of made me chuckle, because towards the end, he was like, oh, I can't have a cat, but you have a child. It's like, bro, that was pretty funny. Like, there are some nice comedic moments in here, but I don't know, like the one thing about Spy X Family, I feel like Spy X Family has stakes. Like, it can get serious, but with how the plot and how the story's been going, I don't really feel like we're ever gonna get to that type of point with it like that. Like, I don't think they're ever gonna go that far with it. With Buddy Daddy, this seems like it's very just, low down. We're not gonna get too insane with it, I don't think. There should be a lot of just wholesome moments, and I gotta see how the child is too. Is she gonna be better than Anya? Because I know there's gonna be Anya comparisons as well. Will she be better than Anya? We'll have to find out. Oh, I gotta ask, do you think it's a copycat just trying to ride on the Spy X Family hype? Yes, 100%. I'm sorry. To answer Ace's question here, yes. I do think this is in some ways, I won't even say a copycat, but it's definitely trying to ride that wave of this type of dynamic, and that's why this show is even existing in the first place. This reminds me of when Attack on Titan popped off super hard, and then all of a sudden Owari no Seraph came out and had like a same type of like first episode shocker. Like when shows come through, they always have, other shows that come by that's kind of similar, or something that's like this, that kind of plays within that same type of role, because they're trying to ride on that coattails. Like when Madoka Magica came out and did its thing, you saw how the genre got changed up all of a sudden. You started seeing a bunch of magical girl shows. It's just like, it happens all the time. Spy X Family has done something, okay? I don't want to call it the GOAT just yet, but the fact that we got something like this show probably wouldn't have existed, or wouldn't have gotten to where it is right now if it wasn't for Spy X Family. And I'll say that. It's really be like that. It really does be like that. That's just the name of the game when it comes to popular series just like this. And again, this is not, so far the first episode's all right. It's not bad. They set up the premise, they set up all the dynamics when it comes to the characters, and we're gonna go from there. Basically, we're gonna see how this whole thing plays out. How serious will this show actually even get? I doubt it's gonna get serious, like I said, but we'll see what happens. So far, I give it a 7 out of 10 when it comes to its first episode. Soundtrack. Oh, there's one thing about this show. The soundtrack's amazing. The soundtrack actually is amazing. I can't remember what the freaking, it's not dubstep. I can't remember what the name is for it, but yo, the soundtrack is freaking lit on this. I will say that much. I enjoy the soundtrack. They did a good job here. Kaminari and the Iron Fortress at some point. Same. We need to watch that. We need to watch that. But no, 7 out of 10. It's not a bad start. We'll see how it all goes. Like I said, 3-episode rule, and we'll see where we feel after that. You know what I'm saying? But this is just my first impressions for the series thus far. What do you guys think about when it comes to Buddy Daddy? With that said, let us move on. And now we got, look out, Takamichi, Tokyo Revengers. Man, okay. There's a lot to say here, actually, when it comes to this particular show. Welcome in, Quetz. I don't even know what you're talking about. But when it comes to Tokyo Revengers here, it's interesting. This made me miss, like, the atmosphere of the show. Like, there are certain shows that you watch, right? And they kind of demand a certain type of presence. Like, when you start watching, like, a really good series. Like, Death Note, for me, is kind of like that, where I had to turn down the lights. I had to dim down the lights to get into the mood and the setting for Death Note. And it's just like, there's something about Tokyo Revengers, like, world that you kind of get really, like, dragged into. I don't really know how to explain it necessarily, but it has something. And that's what it is that allows me to keep watching the show and allows me to stay in it like this, right? So with all the good that it does have, there's always still some, like, odd things going on here, right? So if you've seen the episode, right, it's weird because we get to see Takamichi, right? And he's like an older version. So it's like what ultimately ended up happening is that everything with the shit, basically. Everything crapped out for him. Man pretty much gonna be quote unquote going to jail in the timeline, in the timeline he's currently in right now. He needs to go back. So he ended up finding his girlfriend's brother. I can't remember the name at the moment, but he found that sucker, right? He was able to have a conversation with him and then showcase like what was actually going on, why he's going to jail, and this and so on and so forth. Apparently, in this timeline that they're currently in, Takamichi was actually the goon that ultimately kind of made the situation where the girl that he liked died. It's like, bro, it's a shame. He was all, he's out here dying. I mean, I would feel bad for her and for myself too in that situation because, like, bro, how you gonna live long enough and do all this stuff to become the villain? You know what I mean? Like, it's a shame. It's a goddamn shame. But with all that said and done, it was just kind of weird seeing him as an older version because the older version of him is not the same guy that we're seeing right now with Takamichi. Like, he's literally a whole different guy. It's like, if you really think about it, if Takamichi's literally like that, talking like, oh yeah, we gotta kill this person, we gotta do, and his voice all extra deep. I'm just like, nah, that is not Takamichi. Like, who the heck's that guy? It's a weird, jarring experience when I saw that for me, and I'm like, that's not how you should do that. Because if you, again, like I said, if you think about it, if you were to actually revert back and go into that timeline, and then all of a sudden he's like this, I won't say wimpy, but he's not as aggressive. You know what I mean? He is way more nonchalant, and then he don't even know what's going on half the goddamn time. So it's like, how is he able to play it off well when his character is so drastically different? That's one of the actual cons with the show that I kind of seen so far. Because like there's some things that the other Takamichis in different timelines wouldn't do, or is doing, but he wouldn't do. So it's like, how do you get him to fit back in there if his character is like drastically different? It just feels weird to me. It always felt weird to me when I was watching this series. And Takamichi in of itself is like one of those characters I just don't really like that much. So yeah, I don't know. Nato. I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day, I was kind of just, I like it, and I like this show. You know, I do like this show, and I like the atmosphere that it brings from the soundtrack, from the other characters that are in here. Mikey apparently also is like a whole freaking villain in this thing too. So they have to go against Mikey, and you try to go against Mikey, like, you about to get bodied, bro. But we'll see how that whole thing goes. And again, he did ultimately was able to like go back in time. I don't know how much he can honestly change given where he's at now. Because again, time still moves forward, even in the past. There's only so much he can actually do. So there are certain events that are already now set in stone, so he can't do any more. So I don't know how much he can actually change in the scenario that they're in at the moment, but we'll see what happens here. Again, this is another solid episode, though. I did enjoy ultimately, but like I said, I want to see how it's gonna like rear its head when it comes to some of the cons that I do have with the show. Because I should have made like a whole review on this when it comes to Tokyo Revengers. But the first half I enjoyed a lot for season 1. The second half I didn't enjoy it as much because a lot of the situations in the second part, I feel like Takemichi did not take any time to actually prevent some things. He allowed a lot of stuff to play out, and it didn't make sense why he would let some of the stuff that was played out was dumb as heck. It didn't make any sense. So I was like, nah, it's weird because like especially in the first half, he was having problems trying to get things going, but he also made it happen. You know what I mean? But I digress. We're in season 2. I'm hoping for the best, but we'll see how we feel about this. 7 out of 10 as well as for this one. 7 out of 10. Time travel is hard to write. It really is. Time travel is hard to write, and I mean that's just the unfortunate events of how we do it. But if you're gonna take time to try to make a series like this, then you gotta make sure that you are up on game and being able to actually make this happen, to be able to structure your story correctly so it doesn't seem so out of place or for you have like ass pulls going in. You know what I mean? You don't want to have like these type of contradictions that be going on within the series. Like just like again, going back to this character, that's an easy fix. I don't know why that's like a problem. Why he's like such a different character. Like it's so weird. It's just so weird to me. But all right, let us move on from this Tokyo Revengers. Also, hey Ace, can you help me out? The food is here. But let's go ahead and move on to the next one, which is Nier Automata. Nier Automata. Nier Tomatomata. You know what I'm saying? What's funny about this? There's actually not much to say about this first episode. This first episode it's almost like a 1-for-1 from the game. It's impressive, actually. It's super impressive, like how the anime was able to adapt that first section of the game. Because that's like pretty much like your tutorial section, you know what I'm saying? You got to fight this big old boss and everything like that. And it kind of shows you that, at the end of the day, at the end of the mission, they couldn't handle all that stuff that's going on here. And they had to use their black box to pretty much blow up the entire place, which then, of course, killed them. But because they're machines, they can just go to a different body. They can upload their data, all the experiences that they've had already, and put it into a different body and just keep it going from there, basically. Unfortunately, I think it's 9S, if I'm not mistaken. He didn't back up his stuff, so he don't remember too much of what happened when it comes to the actual battle, which it's unfortunate. But then you also got 2B or not 2B. That is the question. That's terrible. Let me stop. There's plenty of people that made that joke. I had to do at least once. All right, I had to do at least once. Come on, let me have that. But no, like I know that she is already kind of like questioning the morality and just like what is the reason for all of this at the end of the day, which that's where a lot of the meat of the story is going to start coming in. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this whole thing is going to start playing out for us. You know what I'm saying? This is interesting though. Like I said, because it's such a 1-for-1, is the actual show itself going to be like that? Just a 1-for-1 the entire time. You know what I mean? That it will be impressive. Because then I got to actually ask the question for each and every one of you guys, even in here and the ones that are watching this. When it comes to anime adaptions, do you want a clear 1-for-1, no changes at all? Or are you okay with some changes within the show? Because that's the whole point with the adaptation. You're adapting it. You're not trying to take the source material and never making any type of changes at all. So that's the thing I actually have when it comes to this here. But this does look promising. This could be one of the better ones when it comes to games going into an anime. This might be the one. This could do it. Even the episode made that joke in its titles. Yeah, exactly. That's true. That's why I had to do it, though. I had to do it, Grayson. Welcome in, by the way. Welcome in. I like how time travel is done. Red versus blue. Make no sense. Yet it does. How does it make no sense, but it does, though? See, now you're confusing me, man. Now how does that work? how does that work? So, I mean, guys, have you guys seen this episode? Because you like, Quetz, you try to play this game. You've seen the first half of this. So you can see like how the anime is actually kind of handling it. There's only one thing I will say, kind of a con with this so far. The animation, though it's good, don't get me wrong, it's real good. A1 Pictures is putting their foot in like everybody else. Everybody is actually just on game as of late when it comes to animation. But there's this weird wonky like moments in there when we have like 9S or 2B, right? In a mech, because there's like this mech suit that they're flying in and everything, right? When you actually see like the character in it plus the 3D model, it don't blend. Like it don't blend at all. It looked disgusting actually. Like when you actually see it start moving and stuff, it made no sense why it looked like that. like I was like, what is happening? If you actually go back to look at that, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's a little off when it comes to that 2D, 3D blending when it comes to that. And I can say that with the show in general, there are moments where it just doesn't blend in enough to where it's pretty obvious. But then there's other moments where it looks amazing. Like it looks incredible even. Again, we stepped up when it comes to CG. We stepped up when it comes to CG at this point. That CG is just starting to look amazing at this point. Like I'm enjoying it. Also, welcome in, Gio. Yeah, we're talking about Nier. We're talking about Nier right now. How'd you like the episode so far? I thought I was playing the same level. I'm still laughing at the fact that you were like, because you was playing on like the hardest difficulty and he just was struggling. He's just like, he just couldn't get past it. I was like, bro, lower the level. Lower the level. I'm talking about Quetz. He didn't lower the level. This dude out here just like, he wouldn't do it. It didn't capture the moment. Bro, it's like, nothing to capture the moment of struggle that you felt, man. Okay? I was playing the game at one section. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I thought I was playing the game too when I was looking at it. Like, again, there was a moment in there, and it was so good. I think it was actually the beginning, if I'm not mistaken, right? I believe it's the beginning when she finally landed in a certain section where all the robots are at, and they're like not attacking her. She just like when she finally just lands there, like when the camera just like pans away. That looked like a freaking cutscene. I was like, let's go, let's play the game. That's what I'm talking about. Like, for as good as the animation is, there are some missteps with it. It's not perfect, but it's still good. It's still really good. It's for like 40 minutes, 100% Grace. 100%. I didn't get wrong with many times I've died in the hardest difficulty. Exactly. And no checkpoints. But no. I think a lot of this right now, because it's only the first episode, right? So I don't want to give too high of a rating. Right now, I think this was a solid episode. It adapted it very well. I think I might give this an 8 out of 10 because they did a really good job ultimately of getting that first section and making it make sense within the anime form. Because it flowed seamlessly. For the section that you are playing the game, it just kind of like made her look around basically. And that was smart to do as opposed to like have her fight a bunch of people. You know what I mean? Because you're not playing the game. So you have to find other ways to make it make sense. And they did a really good job there. So I think 8 out of 10 is a very worthy rating for this first episode of Nier Automata. I'm looking forward to more. What killed me was the fact that they showed a joke ending. Oh yeah. Oh, thank you for reminding me. Yeah. That crap was bootleg, bro. They had like these like dolls. It's like it wasn't even animation anymore. It's like they just had dolls of the characters, and it's like that whole sequence at the end of the episode is like, what the heck is that? That was good. That was good. That was some good stuff too. That's the other reason why it's an 8 out of 10. Now, if they're gonna keep doing that, I'm looking forward to that. I look forward to seeing more of that. They merged route A and B. Yeah, exactly right. I was saying they did a lot. This is why this could be one of the best ones when it comes to game to an anime adaptation. This could do it. This can really do it. Outside of like Cyberpunk's Edge Runner, because Cyberpunk Edge Runner is also another. Well, it's in that world. It's not actually adapting like the game itself, but it's in that world, which that's what you should be doing, and not just try to like copy and paste, right? But this is like a one for one from the game itself. So this is looking really promising. I'm looking forward to more. 8 out of 10. But let's move on to the next anime. What do we got here? Speaking of god dang CG. All right, this is interesting. Look. I told you guys before, I've always had reserves about the CG and this and that and the other thing, right? And I saw the trailer for this and I was like, oh, I don't know if it's going to be good. Oh, I don't know if it's going to work. Oh. This episode, it shut me up. I'm quiet. I'm crickets now. You hear? That's me. I can't say nothing. This first episode was actually good. It was actually good. animation was on freaking point. This is some of the best 3D CG animation I've seen in an anime. I have to give it that. It's like movie quality level is what we're doing here. They put their foot in when it comes to the animation for Trigun Stampede. I'm happy that I can actually say that. I'm happy that I can sit here and actually enjoy this goddamn show. I'm happy that this is actually getting the adaptation and the changes and everything it needs. It's looking freaking great. It's looking great. Also, Ace, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. But it's looking great. Shoot, what can I say about this? Like, I love the fact that we get to see Vash Stampede yet again. The humanoid typhoon, you know what I'm saying? We see Meryl back up in there, and she's like, who the heck is this? Who the heck is this? Woo! And just like getting back to that world and enjoying these characters yet again. I'm hyped. Not to mention, I will say this. I heard that this is supposed to be like, it's supposed to be a little different. Like, I remember Trigun, and I remember the main plot or like the main story that they had in there. And then of course there's like other side stories that was within the show. But like the main story at the end of the day was Vash facing off against his brother. That was the whole thing basically, because that's how it ended. In I believe in the original, right? Which was, you know, it's way old. Y'all should have seen that by now, right? I'm not spoiling nothing. I'm not gonna say anymore. But they do fight, right? So it seems like it's following that same type of trend. It's just that there's going to be slight changes or some changes within the actual show itself. Because like there's a character apparently that's going to be missing from the series actually, which is like dang. But I don't know how much it really matters ultimately when it comes to that kind of character. And I'm looking forward to the changes. We've seen the first one. We can always re-watch the first one. So I'm looking forward to seeing what this is actually going to have to offer when it comes to the changes and when it comes to making it fresh. So I'm looking forward to this. I mean, look like how the Dragon Ball movie looked. True. That's why I said it's like movie level quality animation, because this is a budget. Either it's a budget or we got to a point where CG has gotten cheap enough to where we can get this type of quality all the time. Or the third take, obviously, which is we got like Mappa style type of like work ethic. You got the Mappa style type of work. You know how a Mappa style type of work ethic is, animating everything and making it look like a goddamn movie every time. I don't know how they do it. I'm concerned about my peoples over there, all right? I'm concerned for them. But no, regardless, this is looking very promising. The whole episode ultimately is like Vash actually is a good guy. They were kind of playing games and like, no, this guy, he's actually trash. He's the humanoid typhoon. You better watch out. He's gonna steal your kids. I said, what? He's gonna steal your wives. Always still. I don't know what I'm talking about, but you gotta watch out for Vash Stampede. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? All right. But yeah. But he's actually a good guy. He's out here saving villages and saving places in general. There's a generator that he ended up actually fixing up himself, because it's lost technology, and he has like this lost technology on his arm, because obviously from his upbringing he was actually up in space, and this whole thing came down and it started falling apart. But then his brother was actually the one that had actually set up the whole situation. The brother was actually a goon the entire time and killed the person that Vash cared for the most. It's like, god dang, the man's dirty. But they got out the situation that they're in, because the cops did come by, but Vash found a way to finagle his way out of that situation. And that whole sequence was actually beautiful. I keep saying, watch it, don't watch. I keep saying, watch it, don't watch. What you mean? You do what you like to do? Have fun? Okay. I mean, do what you gotta do, man. X-Arm, highest standard for CG. All right, this man, no, don't point out to that. All cap. It's like a lion, bro. It's like a lion. He looking at me straight in the eye, lying at me. Gee, I can't believe you would say that. I can't believe that. Insane. But I also give Trigun. I also give Trigun Stampede an 8 out of 10. This was a solid first episode, solid first start. I'm looking forward to seeing where this is all gonna go. I'm not thrown off by the animation, so this should be some fun times for all. Dang, he out here dabbing on the cap. All right, let's move on to the next. And this, yes. Ooh. Blue Lock. This episode, we come back And they said, you know what? We got something for you to change the game up. You thought we were going to get the teams all back together. You're going to get Kunogami back with Boxer and all that. Guess again, sucker, because it wasn't like that. This episode was goddamn fire. I was like, man, the 3v3 freaking team battle. I was like, what is going on, bro? What is going on? All these suckers are freaking just like insane. Man, it's insane. You finally get to join in? Yes, you finally get to join in, bro. Bro, Blue Lock is freaking fire, bro. Blue Lock was fire. This episode was incredible. I was just like, I didn't expect to end like that. I mean, well, on one hand, I guess I kind of did, but at the same time, it's just like, I don't know. The team that he had, that he had was, Bakura and Nagi, bro. I'm sitting like, nah, they can do something. And they were doing something in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? They were doing something, making the move. Freaking Bakura was off. Let me show you what I can do. I can move with it. I was like, bro. But apparently, nah, these suckers are kind of just like insane. Forgive me, I forgot to look up these goddamn characters' names. I think one of them is called Aryu. It's the one that's fabulous. You know, he's nothing but fabulous all day long, baby, all day long. And you know, he's really good. Like he's nothing to mess with. He has the longest of arms and legs. He's out here stepping up. He said, "Excuse me, sir, let me in there." You know what I'm saying? He goes up in there, just takes the ball like it's no problem, bro. He's like, "What you supposed to do about that? What you supposed to do about that?" And then he got this other guy. I keep forgetting this dude's name all the time, actually. He's like he's the shy, timid guy, right? The shy, timid dude. This guy, this dude is built like a freaking monster, bro. Like, they were trying to stop him from scoring. They couldn't stop him. They tried to foul him, and the dude got pushed away. He said, nah, you can't foul me. I'm too strong, baby. Look at you. See this? You see this? You can't get past it. I was like, bro. Yes, I can lean with it too, sucker. Have friends who read the manga. They told me what we're seeing now is just the start of craziness. Bro, really? I mean, I can understand. Because there was like a whole moment. What's his name? It's the genius guy that's trying to defeat his brother. I'll come back next time and have these names written down. I didn't write any notes. So that was my fault. But the genius dude, now him on that team, unrealistic. Like, okay, so they had a freaking not even a penalty kick, actually. No, he was just kicking it back onto the field. He was kicking it back on the field, if I'm not mistaken, right? And then somehow, some way, he was able to kick the ball and have this type of rotation that was able to go away the goddamn goal. It was like this is the ball, right? So this is the goal, and then the goal is like in this section here, right? It's in this section here, and the ball comes in. It says, and it just goes up in there all of a sudden. It's like, how, Sway? How is that real? How is that real? Is this thing gonna be like Croker No Basket where we have like the zone and we just start doing things? Because I mean, there is a monster apparently inside all these cats. You know what I'm saying? That's what Boxer be saying. Boxer's like, I got a monster. I gotta follow my monster. You know what I'm saying? So I want to know. I want to know. Avatar, welcome in. How we doing? Ren. I think his name's Ren. Bro, his curve shot. Exactly. How do you shoot that? Like, how do you shoot that? When I saw that, I was like, ain't no way, bro. They losing. When I saw that shot go in, I said, they losing. There's nothing they can do. There's nothing they can do. It's over now. Say goodnight. But when they lost, this is the thing that got me. And I was like, hey, yo. Because look, Nagi is really good. But I have to give it to him. Boxer did showcase what he can do. He did showcase what he's capable of, right? Better than the other two. Therefore, I would have chose Boxer too. He's my favorite character in the show right now. So when I saw that happen, I was like, oh, because the whole point is whoever wins, they're able to take a person from the team and add it to their team, and they move forward. So yeah, Boxer is on that monster of a team because he's following his monster. He knows what he got to do. So now the whole goal is, which is kind of cool, he's chasing after Boxer. He has to get Boxer back. He has to find a way to get that man back on his team. So I am looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to this struggle, this insanity that's about to happen. So I see it coming. And that means like it might be like other teammates spreading out and being on other teams as well. And you know what I'm saying? Who's gonna actually make the cuts? Who's actually gonna be Team Z? Like I said, I'm hyped. I'm hyped. All right. I can't with that. Did I miss the Nier? Yeah, you did. You did. I'll just say this: Nier Automata was exactly like the anime. Not anime, like exactly like the game, almost to a T. It's scary how good, like how close it was to it. Also, Star Platinum Gaming, I appreciate you with the subscribing, with subscribing to my channel. Thank you. Sorry, I usually say thank you for the follow because like I'm on Twitch, but I'm on YouTube, so I had to switch that up a little bit. I appreciate you though. But nah, it was a good episode nonetheless. But this right here, look, you done called it, bro. You done called it. You look, the winner of this week, Blue Lock. All right, I know you're supposed to like wait for it, but nah, we ain't waiting for it. Blue Lock is freaking legit. Blue Lock is freaking goated. If you ain't watching this series, you should start watching this series, okay? Like, this is like at least a 9 out of 10. I love this episode. All right? This episode was great. But this is the winner. Blue Lock did his thing. Blue Lock did his goddamn thing. I enjoyed the first episode, so I started playing the game. Oh, wait, what? You enjoyed the first episode already for Nier Automata, and he said, you know what? Time to play the game, bro. I mean, but did you see? Did you do like the beginning section? Because again, that's pretty much what the first episode was. Do you see how like identical it was? It's impressive. But nah, Blue Lock is the winner. 9 out of 10. Let's get this out the way because there's still, I think, 1 or 2 more animes we need to talk about, which we'll move on to the next one right now. And that is My Hero Academia. There's not much to talk about with this episode, unfortunately. There's not much to talk about. I could have actually like took this off the list, but I didn't want to miss it because I talked about every episode thus far. So why not talk about this episode as well? This episode is half recap. It's half recap. My boy Tech in the goddamn building. Family. How we doing, bro? Yeah, I've only played the beginning so far. Perfect. How are you liking the game so far? How are you liking it? The game's good, in my opinion. I need to finish it myself. But hey, Tech, what you doing, man? What you doing? You just came... Well, you missed part of the discussion when it comes to the anime talks, but what are you watching this season so far? Yeah, it's just a recap, to be honest. There wasn't really too much to talk about. Because, like, the other half, there was a little bit more stuff, but they're just kind of telling you the happenings and what's going on with everybody, who's going to jail. Like, you going to jail now? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what was, like, pretty much going on here, which is like, okay, cool. You know, we still know that, you know, who the threat really is. Gigamontia is actually the one that got thrown away, though. That guy went to jail, too. And I'm curious of, like... So, I mean, I know he's, like, he's a person that is only controlled by order. You know, by the order of, like, his boss and everything like that. So, like, I guess it's going to be easy to keep him there. Because, I mean, he's a problem all the goddamn time. Compress is also freaking thrown in jail. I believe Toga is actually still on the run, if I'm not mistaken. Also, Short Stuff, welcome in. I haven't seen you in a minute. How you doing, girl? It's always a recap with My Hero. Hey. That's One Piece, all right? I'm kidding. Glad to hear Blue Lock is still good. I got to get caught up. Yeah, you should get caught up with Blue Lock. The show's only getting better. Yeah, so many people. See, so many people died. It's weird. Okay, so I got a question for you guys. If you've seen the episode, right? So Midnight, I'm confused on exactly why she died. I don't understand. The girl only. I mean, I can't believe she's the hero. I've seen worse. Like Deku fell from that freaking height and was okay. You know what I mean? I don't. I'm weird. I'm confused as to why she just died. She got hit by compressors, like where he had that was compressed, like some buildings, and then they killed her. It's like, is that really it? I don't know. It's weird. It was weird. Doing all right. I got home from work a little bit ago. Went to work kind of sick. Came home sicker. Oh God. Oh, so you're actually coming down with something for real. I hope you get better, man. That's not good. Make sure you're drinking water. Drink lots of water. You need fluids. Yeah, so many people dead. Watching Autonoma and Tomo-chan so far. Gonna watch some more seasonal stuff tonight. Dang. See, I haven't watched that show yet. I watched Nier Autonoma, but not Tomo-chan. It's fun. I got you. I need to see what's going on here. Let's see. Yeah, she gone. I knew I could find you. Oh, you actually made it in. Welcome in, Chibi. Yo, I started a little later than usual because I had some stuff I was doing, but I'm glad to see you here. gotta see everybody coming through right now. What's going on? Y'all showing me some love. I appreciate y'all. But nah, this episode, like I said, there's not really too many things going on right now. I do want to see, because like I saw Erasure like in the hospital and everything like that. So like, when is Eerie gonna come by and start saving everybody? Like, when is Eerie gonna start reverting everybody's injuries? You know what I'm saying? I'm still a little annoyed by the whole fact of what freaking Deku and Shigaraki did at the end of the day, because that recap reminded me of all the stuff that went on, and I was like, I got annoyed because Shigaraki got freaking fire prominence, whatever the thing was called. Like, that's the strongest move. That's Endeavor's strongest move, and it didn't even kill him. It's like, bro, that thing killed no moves. It's like, how was he? They had regenerative capabilities too. It's just like, bro, he wasn't even. And Shigaraki ain't complete. See, I don't want to get into it. It's just like, I feel like that section lasted a little too long. It stretched it out a little too much, and Deku did too much. All right, I'm gonna stand by that. So got to watch Kubo won't let me be invisible. Kubo won't let me be invisible. Wait, what is that show? I haven't heard about that one. Angel spoils me next door as well. So wait. Okay, wait. See, what? There's other shows I need to. Is there other shows I need to watch? How many shows are on this season that I need to see? I'm already watching 7. Okay, let's see. What you talking about? Quest, what you talking about? Wait, are you like a manga reader? Are you a manga reader? He get his quirk erased in a few episodes. Actually, no. So what happened, Chibi? I don't believe his quirk got erased. It was gonna happen, right? But then that's when he cut his leg off. So the moment that thing hit his leg, it was trying to go through his body, but he cut his leg off before it can actually erase his ability. I'm assuming that's what was going on here, right? And then that's when Shigaraki raked his eyes, so now he can't see, basically. You know what I mean? So he still has his quirk. He just got to get his leg back. He has to stand on 2 legs. And also, Raven, welcome back. Spy Room, also nice. See, I saw that on the list, but what is Spy Room doing? Is that another like Spy X Family type of ripoff? What are we doing? How we doing, Raven? Outside of this season stuff, I started watching Boku the Rock. God dang it, everybody's watching Boku the Rock. Last night, I already know I'm gonna love it. I need to watch that show. It's time for me to watch it. I need to see it. Yeah, I need. There's too many shows. I don't know how much all this time to watch all this. There's too many shows going on here. But overall, this episode, I don't want to be mean. I'm gonna give it a rating. But again, it's half recap, and I don't like recap. All right. So this thing's gonna get a solid 5 out of 10. All right, it's average. We didn't do much. For the stuff that we did. That's like the other half is the 5. You know what I mean? It's the 5. So we're gonna go with that right now. I don't mess with recap like that. So we'll see what we do here. You hype for Buddy Daddy? I've watched the first episode so far, and I did talk about that. I'll just say this, Chibi, like, I'm still waiting to see what else is going to happen with this show. I don't know how serious when it comes to the spy element is actually going to have with that series, so I'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I get a 5 out of 10. That's my review, my discussion, my thoughts on when it comes to freaking My Hero Academia. I think we have one more, actually. I forgot. We're moving on. We have Vinland Saga Season 2. Okay, this is the last show that we need to talk about real quick, so hopefully you guys have watched Vinland Saga. So with this episode that we have here, it starts off with a whole nother character. We don't actually get Thorfinn until literally the end of the episode. So what we got going on with this other character, Elrond, I think what his name was, Elrond. He was living his life, right? He was living his life. He had his sister and his mother there. He had this nice green field. He was a farmer, you know what I'm saying? He was out here living his life, doing his thing. You know, he said, I'm going to train a little bit. Use his axe. Use his axe. I'm going to get better with my skills so I can protect the family. I'm ahead of the table, you know? I'm the one that provides. Yeah, that's what this man was feeling in himself, in his soul. Until he couldn't do that when these freaking goons came by. And then his whole world turned upside down like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And he became a slave. And how that happened, the man was running away. Not just the man, but his sister and his mom, right? They were trying to get out of the situation. They saw the goonery that was going on, that was happening out there. So they said, you know what? Let's keep going. Let's get out of here. We got to go. The mom trips. No, the mom doesn't trip. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. The mom gets shot with an arrow in the back, not in the knee, in the back. She's bleeding out. She's dying. She said, please, son, you gotta go. You gotta leave. And he talk to the daughter too. Please, daughter, you gotta go. Daughter sitting like this. The whole time, shocked, appalled. Same thing with the dude too. He's just like, I don't know, do. They sat there. She dies. They sat there more. Even after this whole spiel of, you gotta live. You gotta live. You gotta get your sister out of here. Go. They sat there. The goons come in. They walk in. They're not even running. They walk in. They said, what's going on here? What's going on here? Oh, there's a pretty lady over there. And then, yeah. They were trying to take her. He tried to fight back. Gets knocked out real quick. He's trash, right? And so the girl was like, all right, I got a pin. I'm going to stab him. Stab the dude. That didn't go well. The girl gets freaking axed in the chest, dies. And now the man's a slave. Saw his freaking family die in front of him. He had this whole, like, moment in his mind. He started blowing up. He said, the whole thing. You know, that rage was inside of him. He had that beast inside him, right? But unfortunately, though he's a slave, the guy that ends up buying him, he doesn't seem to be bad. He don't seem bad. We'll see, because the guy that buys him actually has Torfin on his side. Torfin's over there, and I don't think Torfin's getting treated like that, right? I don't think so. Though the old man was looking for Torfin, because Torfin did get sold or whatever the case is. So maybe this guy's not bad. We'll see what happens. But now he's met Torfin. Torfin is notorious because he actually heard the name before this time. So he's like, who is this guy exactly? Why is he like over here when he got someone looking for him? So what's going on with this kid? And we want to see what Torfin's all about when it comes to his development after all those years, after all that time has passed when it comes to the whole situation with Askeladd. So I'm looking forward to this. I don't know why I did a whole synopsis like that, but you know what? I love me some Vinland Saga. I love me some Vinland Saga. All right, finna head out, have some fun. All right, Gio, you go do your thing, bro. You go do your thing. A lot different from season 1, but not in a bad way. I agree. They had to change it up a little bit. Now that worked. Eldaron. Whole point is Eld something. All right. This arc is gonna be lit. Just guys wait. Oh, so wait, you read the manga? Do you know? Book reminds me a lot of stuff like Fooly Cooly and Nichijou and a little bit of, I like Nichijou and I do like Fooly Cooly, so this could actually work for me then. I need to watch that show. I watch it similar to other animes. Same plot too. Oh, come on, man. Yeah, Vinland Saga goated. It is goated. That first season, there are people I've heard that don't like Vinland Saga, and I understand it's okay to not like a show. You know what I'm saying? But it's like a disservice to yourself to at least try to finish it. Like, try to finish the show. Try to get through if you can. I just feel like this show can do a turnaround for you. I feel like this show is that kind of good. Because the stuff that when it comes to Askeladd, when it comes to this character in season 1, that dude is goated at the end of the day. And it's crazy for me to say that because I didn't expect to say that. That dude's goated as heck, bro. So I don't know. This is gonna be one of my favorite animes. I think when it gets done here, it's looking great. Also, animation too is really good. Map is the one doing it, right? If I'm not mistaken. Honestly, I don't even see much of a difference from other studio to this studio. Honestly, it's not that much different. Actually, it just dawned on me. Also, before I go, my God, the new Chainsaw Man chapter, bro. Yeah. Gio, you need to come in on Tuesdays, bro. You need to come in on Tuesday. We have a whole theories and all discussions, bro. I have so many theories I want to talk about, but I don't want to spoil nobody, so I try not to say too much. that chapter was freaking was good though. Askeladd is a mad lad, 100%. I'm gonna try to watch it. Fortune, you should. Welcome in, by the way, Fortunate. But you should. This Vinland Saga is a very solid series thus far, from what I've seen. So I'm anime only, so I don't know what's going on when it comes to the manga section or how far this series goes when it comes to the characterizations for all the characters that are here. I don't know how important this guy even gonna be, Eldaron is even gonna be. You know what I'm saying? So we'll have to see how this goes, because it's hard to actually have an attachment for any of these characters, because most people die in this series. I mean, it's messing with Vikings after all, so you get, it's an honor, honestly, to die. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to say who's actually gonna be here. Yeah, Mappa took over from Wit, like they did from ALT. Okay, so I thought. Yeah, and I actually don't see much of a difference anime style wise from this one from Wit, because Wit usually has like a thicker lines with their characters and stuff like that when it comes to the design. But I don't know. I feel like this blends in so well. I didn't even think about it when I was watching it. It was just good. By the way, finished Mob Psycho really good. Ah, yes, fortunate. Yes, we can talk about that in a second then. So Vinland Saga, I'm gonna give this one an 8.5 out of 10. It's very, very good episode starting off. Vinland Saga was doing his goddamn thing. I'm going to watch this. 100% I'm watching this. I don't need to watch 3 episodes. I know I'm watching this show. This show is goated. Looking forward to this. What do you guys think about this? What kind of rating would you give Vinland Saga? And for the rest of the shows here actually on the list here, we have 7 animes we're talking about, right? I think we're done now, right? Yeah, so we're done here. We're done here. We're done here. We're done now, yo. Let's go ahead and close the anime slideshow out. And let's go into a little bit of a discussion right now, right? So this is the discussionary section before we get into a bit of a hot take section, right? Because we got a hot take, which, I mean, you probably heard this hot take from me many a times, but I'm going to bring it up anyways because I want to talk about this in video form so people know. Are you going to watch Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2? Of course I'm going to watch Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. I still need to watch the movie, though. I say I'm going to watch the series and stuff, but look at me. Behind on the movie. I'm going to watch it, though. I'm definitely watching that. But for fortunate, what would you rate Mob Psycho 100? Mob Psycho 100 is freaking great to me. It ends off really, really well. I'm impressed with it. At the end of the day. It did its thing. Honestly, it's one of the best. Might be one of the best like anime adaptations you can get when it comes to anime adaptations. Honestly, like it did its thing. So I appreciate the fact that I was able to experience this show and watch it weekly, and for it to end the way it did. I'm glad I was a fan of Mob Psycho 100. That's how I feel about it. But yeah. So with that said, guys, my hot take. It's a quick hot take. It's a hot take that's not even probably that hot, but it's probably hot to me. Who knows? Everybody gets upset about this when we talk about these things, right? So, my hot take here is dubs has gotten to a point that they're better than the sub. Oh yeah. Dubs are gotten so good at this point that we are doing it. We are doing it, all right? We are doing it. My song was like a solid 8, 9 out of 10. 100% I agree with you on that. I give it like a 9 out of 10. There's really not much I can say that has anything wrong with the show. Like, subjectively speaking, when it comes to its writing, when it comes to the characterization, how these characters develop in the series, it's some of the best development you've seen in an anime, honestly. So there's not really much I can say that I can have like a con for. Like, one thing I could say about it, right, is that the show starts off a bit slow, is the thing. And I can also probably see maybe you not liking Shigeo necessarily with how, he's another overpowered kind of character, so you might think he's very samey in that kind of right, but he's so much more than that. Better than the sub? Yeah, that's a hot take. Hey, man, look, man. I feel like we gotten to a point where dubs they're getting really good. Like, you're not missing anything out on dubs nowadays. Now, granted, there is a caveat to that. There are dubs that don't work within the Japanese like setting. You know what I mean? There are certain shows that actually can't get dubbed. And those ones don't make sense why we're even dubbing them in the first place. Like, I'm trying to think of like a show. Like Hyoka would be one, probably would be. No, I wouldn't say that one. That's not too tied into like Japan necessarily. Or like even like the freaking like Shogunate eras, like any of those type of series like that. You know what I mean? It's like when it comes to that kind of translation, it just always seems kind of off. So I would never say those dubs are doing it better because that makes no sense. That's within their wheelhouse. But like shows like a Black Lagoon that has multi races in there and everything like that, it works a lot better in dub than it can ever do with the Japanese seiyus. In my honest opinion, I say 30-40% of dub is better than sub. Oh, really? Yeah. See, as I was saying, okay. I'm just saying, like, I feel like we're at a point. If this was back then, if we're talking about like the 90s, early 2000s, right? Even up to like 2010, even, because there was a whole debacle, if you guys remember this or at all, Sentai Filmworks wanted to actually, they dub anime, right? So they wanted to do something a little bit different, right? They wanted to actually dub a show and try to get the quote unquote feelings out of the characters as much as possible. Therefore, foregoing the lip flaps. They're not gonna follow the lip flaps at all. They're just gonna talk and just make sure you actually you can catch the emotions based off just the acting in itself. Another had a dub like that. It was another, and there's one other show. What's that show called? The one with the freaking spit, the spit sharing show. Why is it not coming to me? It'll come to me at some point. Y'all probably know the Swab and Spit series, where it's like a romance series where you swab and spit. I can't remember the goddamn name of it, but another had that dub, and it was weird as heck. It was actually very jarring to watch because when you're watching it, you're watching dub, right? There is no subs, so you're not looking down. You're always looking at the screen. So if you're looking at the screen, you're looking at the scene. Crap ain't freaking adding up. It ain't connecting. And you're just sitting there like, my brain ain't processing this right. So it's like, what is going on here? Yeah, there's a spit sharing show. I can't remember what the heck the show's called. The show's good. The show is actually good. I know it sounds weird. It sounds so weird to say that out of context. I gotta remember what the goddamn show is. I remember the character too, because like the girl you don't even see her eyes. Basically, I can't remember what the freaking show's called. It's like it's right on top of my tongue. That's a pun. I'll throw it at you whenever I remember. Tech. Get someone is something that didn't really work dubbed. Yeah, facts. Mysterious Girlfriend X. Thank you, Ace. Thank you. Mysterious Girlfriend X is the other one that got that dub where it just wasn't working. Like it was so weird. And it made me mad. It actually made me mad because the show is good. It's a good series. People should actually watch it. It's a very unique idea. But like, bro, like the dub really killed it. It actually killed the show. And the same thing with another. The show died with this dub. That dub was not good. But going back to Avatar, that's a perfect example. That's a better example than what I even said. Gintama is a perfect example of a show because it's a gag series, right? So you have to change things up when it comes to its comedy. And even then, it's like the way the period time is and just how the show is structured. You can't dub that correctly. It's just not possible. I don't know why they attempted to, but there are some shows that just cannot be dubbed. They cannot be dubbed unless you're completely changing it like freaking Ghost Stories. Because then now that's something else entirely. You know what I mean? Another one that has a dub that's really good, but it actually changed a bunch of stuff to make it work is Shin-Chan. Shin-Chan has a dub where obviously the comedy aspects of it have to change. The stuff that's funny in Japan isn't the same kind of funny that's going to be over here. We're not going to understand some of the nuances and some of the references they'll make, so we have to make our own references to make it funny from over here. So there's a lot of liberty when it comes to the script for that. But I digress. I digress. One Piece 2 dub is not good. I'll say that dub is all right. So I'll say this too, to kind of even maybe have some more clarification with some of it. Like a lot of these, because that show technically was getting dubbed back then, right? And now we're still here, but we still have the same voice actors and this and that and the other. So that's why it can still sound a bit jarring at times. Like I don't mind Zoro's voice, for instance, and this might be a hot take. This in of itself might be a hot take. So Christopher Sabat plays Zoro in One Piece. I actually liked the 4Kids voice. The voice. Okay? The lines that he had were trash, obviously, because I was 4Kids. But he did make do with it. And it still was pretty solid, all things considered. His voice, though, fit to me a bit better than what Christopher Sabat is actually doing for Zoro. That's my honest opinion. That is my honest opinion on that. And I would actually rather switch them out if it was ever possible to get him back to play Zoro. Because he was actually freaking solid. He was solid as heck. So, yeah, I don't know if there's another hot take, but that's how I feel about it. Bobo had a lot of references changed in the dub too. True. Also, this, it's also they made it to where it's like more kid-like and everything too, I believe. So, you know how it is. You know how it is. JoJo probably as well. JoJo is good. The only issue JoJo has is the serialization, unfortunately. You can't use freaking Spice Girls, for instance. You gotta say spicy lady. It's always gonna it's not gonna fit. It's the unfortunate thing that happened when it comes to a Rocky series. This is what's gonna happen. That's what makes it hard to dub. But if you can get past that, the dub is good. Like like Joseph's voice actor like Joseph sounds freaking perfect. Joseph in part 2 and part 3, bro, the guy that they got, I knew he was gonna play him. He had to play him. Come on now. Like, come on. You're telling me not really liking these characters' voices? The dubbing is really good. It's just that it's the unfortunate stands that they can't say. So it just always comes off kind of weird. But we know what they are. We know what they are. So if we can pass that off, then it shouldn't hurt. It shouldn't hurt nobody. It shouldn't hurt nobody. Ew, what? See, that's what I'm talking about. That's another show, Chibi. But this is what I'm trying to say. People always want to dictate from shows like that, right? Or other shows that dubs are bad, therefore all are bad. No, some shows are literally, there are some shows that just cannot be dubbed. There are some shows that just cannot be dubbed, and we need to be better at picking and choosing what shows we decide to dub, because when we do it, they are solid, they are good. They don't really fault like that. And we're also getting an influx of new voice actors as well. So we're not stuck with the same Sean Schimmel, Christopher Sabat, Laura Bailey. You know what I'm saying? We're not stuck with the same voices all the time. Johnny on Bosch, even though I love Johnny on Bosch. You know what I mean? I love all these voice actors, but you can't play everybody. So it's nice to see that we're getting so many different voice actors. Like freaking, nah. See, you talking about JoJo Dub? You got no, wait a god. Part 5, Diavolo. What? Suckers, if y'all haven't seen that dub, if you haven't seen Diavolo's voice, here, go watch a scene. I'll wait even. Go watch that. Go watch a scene with Diavolo's voice actor. That dude was amazing. You're telling me he wasn't? Come on now. God. Yeah, Lori Yorenthal or whatever his name is. Yeah, Yori Yorenthal. That dude, he be playing everybody. He's the Sasuke of everyone. You know what I'm saying? If you need a Sasuke character, he's the guy. JoJo had to change a lot of characters and stands names to avoid potential. Yeah, exactly. It's potential copyright problems. Do you want them to get sued? Because that's what can happen here. They can get sued if they try to use the names, so they can't do that. I can always see where you're coming from. Zoro, where'd it go? I was trying to read that and it disappeared all of a sudden. Zoro, he was only good thing about that. Yeah, about that dub. Yeah, that's the thing about it. Even if you look back at the scenes with how janky the script was, he somehow still made it work. There was a lot of stupid stuff in that script, but this man, the screaming his heart out. This dude was acting. Like, I have to give him that. This dude was acting. He was actually too good for that dub. Because then we have Sanji in the background, friggin' Chainsmoker. What you doing over there? You want pedophile or something? I was like, what's happening here? And then you got the freaking Usopp, like, oh my God, what's going on? He talked like this all the time. I'm Usopp. Why is this lady fighting? I was like, God. Please. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of do like Luffy's voice actor a little bit. I know it's like super high pitchy, but it's that laugh though. He says, yo, hey, I don't know. It got me, okay? But that could be like a biasness that I have when it comes to 4Kids because I grew up on the show. You know what I mean? So I can't say nothing. In the sub, Diavolo was mad. In the dub, Diavolo was freaking hangry. I don't know about hangry, but there is a difference. But the difference works. The difference actually works. Like, I don't know. It's like hard to explain. I need to re-listen to it, but it's just like, I don't know. Whatever that changes was, it freaking works so freaking well. Even his alter ego, it's like, it's just like they did such a good job with that voice actor in particular. So I don't understand why we all hate on the dub like that. Exactly. What are you talking about? Sir Sanji did not smoke. He just like lollipops. You're right. No, he wasn't smoking. He wasn't smoking at all. Nah, he had them freaking lollipops up in there. Yeah. That's what he was actually addicted to candy. You know what I'm saying? He had this sugar rush. He had a sugar rush ability. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. That's all it is. Yeah, Nami wasn't bad either. That's what I'm trying to say. Like the dub, weirdly enough, the characters, the voice acting wasn't that bad. Oh, what the? I'm not even streaming over there on Twitch. But thank you, Sassy Cat Slaps, for the follow. I didn't know it was gonna activate. All right, but no, the dub for 4Kids, like they're kind of goated if you think about it. We wouldn't have Dan Green as Yugi Moto. I can't remember who the voice actor is for Kaiba, but we wouldn't have Kaiba's voice actor. Think about that. Think about that. Like, I know some of the stuff was like janky, but when they got it right, they got it right. Like, they kind of did it. They kind of did it. This is why does Diablo sound so hot. Look, that's a man right there, okay? Yeah, one piece of stupid change they made to please the American audience, like Sonya. Yeah, that was dumb as heck. That was like, they did so many dumb changes. Like there couldn't be any guns, right? So in like the first in the first stage of it, when like they got Zoro out, right? The guy with the bobcat, the bob cut, the bob cut, right? Blonde hair dude, supposed to have a gun. They changed that into like a shooting foot mechanism. I was so confused of what was that supposed to be. Even as a kid, when I was younger, I was watching that. I was like, what's that supposed to do? How does it work? How does it function? Like, I would want him to use this weapon right now just to see what would happen. You know, I was very curious. Like, it was freaking weird. Yeah, the 4Kids openings were freaking hype too. The 4Kids openings are freaking goated. I still listen to them to this day. I still listen to them. And let's not forget everybody's favorite character, Luffy will love brother Trey. I totally forgot about that. Oh, why do they do that? Like, I understand like to change some names because like maybe the names just. No, I can't even say that. That sounds kind of racist if I say that. It's like, no, like this should be. Why are you changing names? Why are you changing names? The dude's name was Ace. What's the problem with Ace? Like, Trace? All right. You gotta admit, 4Kids animators did a hell of a job trying. Yeah, they did. They put in overtime. They made it work. I don't know how they did it, but they put in the work to make that crap happen. And Pokemon Rice Balls, jelly donuts. I mean, a rice isn't a rice ball just a jelly donut in disguise? Is it not a carb with something filled inside of it? Tech. Am I wrong? Eric Stewart voiced Kaiba in the first season of you. Okay. Eric Stewart. That guy's goated. He needs more roles. That guy's goated. I just want to throw that out there. But it was changed because it had something. What happened to? I was reading something, but I guess it got deleted because I don't see it all of a sudden. What happened to it? Eric Stewart voiced Kaiba in the first season of Yu-Gi-Oh! Dub. Okay, that's what it was. Apparently, it was changed because of its association with gambling or something. Oh my! It's just an Ace cannot. It doesn't have to go to the card. Oh my god! Well, I guess even with the other like forms, that's still stupid. It's just a name. Like, come on now. I remember watching that Sonic show on 4. Yeah, Sonic X. Yeah, Sonic X. Go. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. Go fast. Going at the speed of sound. Look, that song is goated, bro. I remember watching Sonic X. And hey, the Sonic's voice actor is actually goated. That guy's pretty good. All right. It was actually pretty good. But that's all I'm saying. Let's bring it back here. All I'm saying is there are shows that can be dubbed. And when they are dubbed correctly, they're great. Some can even be better. And that's what's kind of crazy about this nowadays. We got to that point. There's a lot more experienced voice actors out here. There's a lot more people having actual experience voice acting in general nowadays too. So it's like we're at that point too where we're not. I don't know. Maybe we are at that same level when it comes to the seiyus over there in Japan, right? Because they go through that same type of training. There's a lot of training, a lot of time, and ADR direction matters a lot when it comes to dubbing. So if you have the right ADR director and they know how to direct you in the correct way of being able to dub the show, you're gonna be Gucci. You're gonna be Gucci, you know? Oh, me muscle. Okay, everyone sounds so wacky in Sonic X. I mean, they kind of do, but Sonic is good. Sonic in general is just good, all right? Sonic's good. It was pretty dope, not gonna lie. Hey, let's go. It was good. I like it, you know? The Chaos Emeralds. I like the show. Actually, I like 4Kids to an extent, but I know that they butchered a lot of anime, and they didn't put things together like they should. You know, it is what it is. But, Ultimate Muscle with Kevin Mask, bro. He's Kevin Nash, but he's actually Kevin Mask. That show was great, actually. I like that show. And the Muscle Buster was a deadly move. That dude was doing it from outer space. Ultimate muscle. Body slams the human race. Ultimate muscle. Oh, snaps. What? How you? You're streaming right now. You're streaming right now. Why are you in here? Anna, what you doing? Anna, what you doing? Why you? I see you looking down in your stream. Look, you're looking down right now. She out here messing with me. She out here messing with me right now. I can't believe this. Look, boom, boom. Posture check on you, sucker. Posture check. If it works. I did a posture check. I don't know if it's working on you. But hey, thank you for coming in, Anna. Okay, they came from outer space, though, yes. Hot take. Dragon Ball Super has better arcs overall than... What? Hey, ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way, bro. Hey, boy, ain't no way. Boy, ain't no way. Boy, ain't no way. Boy, that's a hot take. That is a hot... Chibi, you got the hottest of takes. I thought my take was hot. Nah, you scorching hot, bro. You're just scorching hot, bro. And thank you for dropping it, and I appreciate you. I'm looking at your stream right now with your cute freaking VTuber avatar thing. Yeah, I'm in there. All right. they body on the human race, man. So let me read this. Dragon Ball Super has a better arcs overall than DBZ, even if 2 or 3 arcs were movies. I can't agree with that. Granted, I see what you're trying to do. Interesting. Okay. So, if we are counting the movies, would that mitigate the retellings within the anime, though? That's the thing. Because the animes redid it. Therefore, those movies shouldn't count within Super. That's how I see Super. I don't count the movies as a part of Super necessarily because they redid it in the anime. You know what I mean? But if you're putting it in that perspective, hold up. If you're putting it into that perspective, that's different. Because, like, the movies are good. The movies are good. And then we also have the Goku Black arc, and then we have the Tournament of Power arc. And those are the 2 good arcs that we had within Super, because everything else is just, like, filler, basically, or, you know, it's a retelling. You know what I mean? So, I think there was one other arc, but I don't remember what the arc was all about. So, obviously, it wasn't that great. But those are the 2 arcs right there. So, technically, that's a total of 4 arcs. Interesting. Dang it, I don't like that. So if I go by based off of what you're thinking and what you're saying, I could see that argument working, surprisingly enough. God dang it. See, that's what I'm saying. The way I be thinking, I always try to see both perspectives, right? I see your perspective. That makes sense. If you're doing it like that. My perspective is I don't count them. Therefore, that's why Super is just kind of trash to me. Also, welcome in, Vix. What you doing in here? What you doing in here? TV is a son, with that take. I know, right? 100%. 100%. Have to respectfully disagree. That was a hot take. I'm not gonna lie. That was really good. Honestly, hey, Chibi, if you have any other hot takes you want to throw at me, hit me up in my Discord, DMs, whatever. I'm always looking for more hot takes to use. That was a good one. That was actually a good one. GT over Super. I agree with you on that one, actually. Surprisingly enough, I agree with you on that one. Because if I remember correctly, there's 2 arcs in GT that are actually really good. And that is the Baby Saga, and that is the Black Dragon Ball one, the Black Dragon Ball arc, when it comes to Omega Shenron. Omega Shenron, that was actually a really good arc, super freaking creative. They also got the introductions of freaking Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta. Like, bro, character design was off the charts on that. The Baby arc was actually a very nice, like, boost up something. I don't know how they did it. And that's the thing about, and honestly, this is the thing about GT. They somehow still raise the stakes on enemies. Unlike Super, in a way, where this one is like, it made a lot of sense why they're there and why they're so powerful. You know what I mean? It worked so freaking well. Especially considering how Super is right now when we have freaking Bulma making dumb wishes. Making all the dumb wishes. I wish that arc to be actually accurate and real. That should be an actual arc in the show. That's how good that arc was, in my honest opinion. But it had 2 really good arcs. And if by my standards, from how I see Super, right? Super only had 2 good arcs. But I think GT's really good arcs are a little bit better than even Super's good arcs. I would say that. I would say that. Would you count Brawly and Superhero as part of Super? I mean, I kind of don't. I kind of don't. Well, Well, see, that's the thing. Brawly actually, Brawly, I would count that, and superhero, I would count that too. Actually, that's true. Dang, I would count that. Crap. Wait, the Avatar. Stop. You're actually making his point. You're making his point. His point actually sounds sound now. Wait a minute, because the Brawly movie is really good too, and there wasn't a retelling of that, so that would be technically part of Super, I guess, right? And then that superhero movie is actually pretty good. So, man, okay. But again, see, these are movies though, so I feel like it's a little unfair. And if that's the case, can we use the movies in Dragon Ball Z as well as ammunition? Because they got like 12 of them things. So it's interesting. That's an interesting take. Super interesting. Battle of Gods arc, Resurrection arc, Goku Black, Tournament Power arc, and Wally arc are better than the Saiyan saga and Cell saga and Buu saga. I have to respectfully disagree. I would have to disagree, but I see what you're talking about, and I can't. Like, this is actually a good argument. You make a good argument, Chibi. I can't say like it's like such a wild take. Now thinking about it, that I can see what you're talking about. It's interesting. The concept of using the Dragon Ball made sense for me. Yeah, same quets. That made so much sense. That actually needs to be an arc in of itself. It needs to be in canon. That's too good of an idea. Shadow Dragons were a great way to end the series. What exactly Avatar. That's what I'm trying to say. And if that's the case, do we count GT? Because that was technically a part of Dragon Ball Z, if that's the case, right? Yeah, Beerus, Golden Frieza, Universe 6, Filler BS, Copy Vegeta. Oh, yeah. Criminal freaking. This is why I don't remember that. That's what I'm saying. Goku Black and the Turn of Power arc were the best arcs. The rest of that stuff, like from the Super perspective, from Super, when it comes to the anime, not the movies, they didn't do that well. That's the order. I got you. I had to ask because those are probably the best Dragon Ball movies. I mean, you're not wrong. Chibi. They are really good. That's the thing. They haven't really missed so far. Now I'm thinking about it when it comes to the movies. The movies have actually been solid the entire time. Whereas in Dragon Ball Z, they have some misses in there. Not all the movies are good. Not all the movies are good. These movies aren't canon. Super movies are canon. I mean, fair point. But Goku Black and Tournament Power are super okay arcs. And that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like Tournament Power arc, when it gets good, it gets really good. But they have these weird moments in there that was kind of stupid. I have to admit that. But that is their best arc. And Goku Black, I didn't like the way it ended. I mean, I like Zamasu, and I like the Goku Black character and everything like that. And I like what we're kind of like going towards. It made some sense. I liked it, but it's just like the ending was trash. I didn't like it at all. The tournament was a pain to watch at some points. That's true. I just hope we get another Dragon Ball TV anime that don't have to retell those. Yeah, facts. I'm hoping so too. That's my biggest gripe when it comes to anime, and they think, oh, we didn't watch the movie, so we'll just actually do a recap. Like, as good as Demon Slayer did their retelling, we didn't need to do that. That could have been animation and time placed for something else within Demon Slayer. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of always like doing the retellings of a show. Honestly, I'm hoping Jujutsu Kaisen doesn't do that for the movie. Now you got me thinking. I'm hoping that's not the case. Because again, Demon Slayers did their movie. Their movie's canon. So why do a retelling? It made no sense. Like, why do that? Resurrection of Frieza wasn't that good of a movie. Really now, Vix. Okay, wait a minute. But the God of Destruction was good, and Brawley was amazing, and Superhero was all really good. Yeah, Superhero was really good. I actually enjoyed that. Because honestly, the plot made a lot of sense. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that plot to be that good. I was like, wait a minute. That's why I had to sit up and watch this movie. Because I was like, wait a second. This makes perfect freaking sense. I was like, okay then. You have my attention. I mean, I don't know. I like the Resurrection of Frieza movie. but I can see why maybe people wouldn't like it either. I don't really like Frieza. Like, to be honest, I don't know if this is a take or not. I don't like Frieza like that. I'd rather they had Cell come back. I wish they had Cell come back. Think of the dynamic that was actually going on there. Frieza's a whole racist. Like, this dude over here is calling freaking Goku monkey the whole time. How does Goku have a flashback or thinking about people, right? Of like a motivational speeches, and this dude remembers freaking Frieza, says, "Do it, monkey." It's like, it's like, come on now. Like, I just shook my head. It's like, that's terrible. I was just like, come on, bro. Most of the movies are not good in Z. There's a few. There's only like a few that are like good. Again, they have like 13 movies though, so that's to be expected. That is to be expected. That plus Gohan base form and GT was way stronger than the Super one. Facts. Honestly, because again, with this and GT, Gohan was in his studies. Don't get me wrong, but he wasn't like a full blown like studious student that he is in Super, where he just like forgot how to fight. No, he still knew how to fight in GT. That was another thing I liked about it. They gave Gohan some respect. Okay. Boo, look his heck. I agree. It really was. It's like, come on now. Stop ignore that. Oh, come on now. Now, if you call Goku Black a monkey, then we got a problem. Yo, bro, look. We already had that iconic scene with freaking Trunks. He said, "Wait, don't shoot. He's not black." He's like, sir. And why would the dub think that's a good? Why did they should have changed that? Like, I mean, it's funny, but it's like, bro, come on now. You know what y'all doing with that. Oh, crap. Frieza was a complete troll during the whole tournament. Yeah, he really was. Again, Cell would have actually been able to help them out. And Cell actually doesn't really have a cap on his power, technically speaking. I feel like he could have actually even had some stuff done to him. Bulma's there, and we could have even gone further with his abilities. He is, I don't say he's an android necessarily, but he's a life form that can evolve, is my thing. We could have done more with him, different character designs even. He doesn't have to look like Perfect Cell. We could have keep constantly evolving him to make him even look way different and do way more things with him. Frieza right now is Frieza Black. It's like that's the laziest design I've ever seen. That's like the problem I have with Super though. Going back to Super, one of the problems I don't like, one of the things I don't like about Super is that they don't do anything with their character designs. It's like, it's lazy as heck. This is the reason why I like GT. But I digress. Hold your fire. This man isn't black. He was at his best in the tournament of power because he was an anti-hero wild card. I think that's how he should be used from now on. I'm kind of sick of him. I'm sick of him being the big bad too. But the problem is, I don't think he'll ever truly go to the good side like that. How Piccolo did. He's not that kind of guy. He still wants world domination. He still wants to get rid of these monkeys. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna do that stuff. That's just him. That's the problem with Frieza. That's his character. You know, Cell's not like that. I can see Cell be like, actually, you know what? It's not that bad working with you guys, you Saiyans. You know, like, come on. Think about that. Think about the dynamic that could happen here. All right? Think about the dynamic. My hero movie always have the same freaking formula. Fortunate, you spitting. I don't like the movies like that. It's honestly, it reminds me of Naruto in a lot of ways. Naruto did have some good movies. My Hero Academia, though, and there's some of the Naruto movies are very cookie cutter. They're very cookie cutter. You know there's gonna be like some special Rasengan, right? That's gonna defeat the enemy. And if there's like Naruto and Sasuke there, then they're gonna do something together to make that thing happen. Like, it's very formulaic. And My Hero Academia movies are very similar in that sense that it's very formulaic. Deku and Bakugo have to do stuff together. You know what I'm saying? Because that friendship and that power is there. That dynamic. They're always gonna do this. And or there's a new move. So then therefore that new move is gonna be the thing that ends off the goddamn battle. Like, I never really liked anime movies like that where they just have that type of formula. They're never that good. Unfortunately, I do have one of the movies. I actually own one. I got that as a gift, but still. Here's a huge racist and oh gosh, it's gross. But like, he's iconic. I guess he is. But look, you ain't gonna see me buy a freaking. I might would. No, never mind. I said I wasn't gonna buy a Frieza figurine. But it depends, actually. Look. There's something with them, right? There's something with them. The kind of going, what? Rather, that's something that the whole... Yeah. You're absolutely right, Tech. Yeah, I like Cell more too. Cell's freaking great. There's so much they could have done with Cell. And it's also easier to get him on the team. They had to get Frieza from this whole other section, somehow bring this man back, even though he don't have no extra life. They want to lock him down. It's like, what? This guy has life in prison, bro. And he said, no, you coming with me. Like, come on now. Goku Black is probably my favorite DB villain. Really? You say Dragon Ball. So you say all of Dragon Ball. You're saying Goku Black is your favorite villain, Vix. Vix. Is that what you're telling me? I feel like Cell would have been a bigger threat, as he could probably absorb the androids. That's what I'm saying. There could have been other developments, evolution. There's so many things they could have done. So many different things they could have done, but they didn't do that. You know, he'd be a good guy, but he could be an interesting anti-hero, which is true. He could be interesting. We'll have to see how the whole thing plays out. But at the same time, I don't really trust in Akira Toriyama's writing like that. But at the same time, we'll see. We'll see. You see creators, you just spin the color wheel and go, okay, it landed on pink this time. Let's call it rose and call it a day. 100%. It's some of the laziest character designs I've ever seen. The same thing with freaking Frieza. He said he's first gold. What other color we gonna go with? You know what'd be funny? You know what'd be funny? He's like, what? What would be funny? What if we make Frieza black? And that's what happened. That's what happened. They knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing, right? Hey, Chris, welcome in. Yeah, I'm here too. I stream on YouTube and on Twitch. I'm over here right now, my guy. How we doing? We're having a bit of a discussion right now, talking about apparently Super and this hot take that apparently DBS, Dragon Ball Super, is better than Dragon Ball Z when it comes to arcs. And that's what we're discussing right now. Goku Super Saiyan God Red was underused. He only used, I know, right? I don't know why they didn't use that more often. Ooh, for the whole freaking anime, the only it's like, you get me mad already. But this is what I'm talking about. There's so many things that Super did that I just did not like. It was like, it's not even just like the story elements of the show, but there's just things in general that just be like getting on my goddamn nerves. Just give my man, exactly, just one. Vegeta needs a victory. It's about time. I'm so tired. And this is the other thing why I don't like Super. You know? Because at least with Dragon Ball Z, we had the Cell Saga passing on the torch to Gohan. And even when it came to the Buu Saga, Gohan was still a massive threat. So much so that freaking Super Buu said, nah, bro, I ain't fighting this. I'm absorbing you. Ain't no way. I'm not gonna win. So let me absorb you instead. And that's why they had to resort to fusion and even get Goku out of that, because what are they supposed to do? They're in a pickle. They're in a bind. The planet Earth got destroyed in that freaking arc. It's like, that's what I'm saying. No, Dragon Ball Z has some iconic stuff, bro. There's too many things with Super that I have a problem with. It's just like, God. Let's see. We'll use the word for the episode. There it is. At this point, I could see Rainbow Super Saiyan be a thing. I can see it too, honestly. I can see it too. Frieza lost his privileges by going from white to black. There were privileges before? Because I mean, he just blows up planets, my guy. I mean, otherwise, it's Cell. Don't like Fuse Zamasu or Zamasu himself. Oh, Goku Black with the pink hair is just really cool. And the Scythe, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the Scythe thing is kind of cool too. I get that. From his certain aesthetics about him, I do like it. I can agree with you on that. But that's crazy that you said that's your favorite out of everybody. Out of everybody? That's a lot of characters. Vix, that's a lot of characters. Okay, that's a lot of characters. Go on with apparently the strongest non-fused character in the Buu Saga. Of course. Yes, he was. That makes sense. And that makes sense too, because he had the ultimate form. This dude was unstoppable. Like, that dude, when he got to that form, that's why it was so hard for him to even get to it. He was training and he was struggling to get to that form. But when he did, bro, that's what I'm saying. It's just like, again, Dragon Ball Z understood the assignment. They said, let's not just make him a full-blown studious student. Nah, let's make this dude still do good, be good in fighting. It doesn't have to be in the same realms of what Goku does and how much training Vegeta does. No, but there's something with him. All right, let's make that happen. I wish they still kept respect on freaking Gohan's name. I wish they did. I wish they did. Just wait until Super Saiyan. I can't read that. Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Ultra Instinct, Super Ego, Mega Beast, Insta Kill Death. and they're just gonna call it Sage Mode. All right, they're just gonna call it Sage Mode. Just call it that. God dang, that's too much. I can see that happening though. Super Saiyan RGB hair just rapidly changes throughout the. But what happens though when that happens? Like what happens to the ability? I gotta know. You'll still need a spirit ball to win 100%. Had a BRB. How do you feel about QB Take out there talking about it? No, look, after talking about it for some more, like I said, I have to respectfully disagree because the more I think about Dragon Ball Z, the more I'm liking it actually because there was actually, when it comes to its writing, people always say how basic the writing is. I'm glad it was basic because the moment we started putting some more intricacies in his writing in Super, crap, it's not making sense. It's like out here. Honestly, he actually changed the makeup of what Goku even is. That's the other reason why I don't like Super. Goku's character wasn't this stupid in Dragon Ball Z. It's the thing. He loves to fight, but he was not like just a dumb guy that's like, I just want to fight all day, all the time, no matter what. Oh, planet gonna be destroyed? It don't matter. I want to fight. He wasn't like that. This dude did a whole tournament, putting everybody's whole universe on the line just because he wanted to fight a sucker. It's like, come on now. But welcome back. Super Saiyan Razor Chroma. Super Saiyan muted shade of excuse me. Farmer Gold. Farmer God. I'm not gonna say, I won't say gold. I'm glad Gohan got attention and superhero. Yeah, exactly. Same. I'm not a big fan of his new transformation. No, I'm not. I want to say I'm not. Well, it's not bad. It's not a bad transformation. I'll say that much. It's not a bad transformation, but it could definitely be. Again, it could have been more unique. It's like they keep doing this. That's what I'm saying. They said, all right, have spikier and longer hair. Done did it. Yeah. We go with it. We're too good. We're too good. We're too good. He was just so evil, and I appreciate what he did with him. And technically accomplished more than any of the other villains. That's also that's true. That's, well, who are the other villains actually? Because like the Tournament of Power arc didn't really have a villain like that. And then with the other arcs you were talking about before, I don't really remember them being any villains outside of like Frieza. So I mean, I digress, I guess. Unless you're talking about even with Z then, which I don't know. Because again, Frieza though. I did with him, and even though he did a few times the heroes lost. That's true. I mean, he was good. He was good. That's again, Goku Black as a character, I liked him. I just didn't like the way things turned out with the whole fusion Samazu and the way things ended with Trunks and all that crap was stupid. I can't help but find that was dumb what they did. They didn't beat him. He consumed the universe. That was it. The only won because of Deus Ex Machina. Exactly, Zeno. You gotta put respect on his name. He won. He said look, Goku Black won. He is the GOAT. In the discussion. That's what Vic said. I'm gonna say you need a shirt, Vix, that says Goku Black is the GOAT. All right? All black shirt. I'm gonna make that for you. I got you. Goku Black arc was the one where Goku actually used his head to get rid of Zamasu. I guess to a degree, yeah. I guess so, yeah. And Super gave Goku a bad name, and a lot of people forget he wasn't like that. Yeah, he really wasn't. He was a battle smart kind of guy, but he wasn't like he wasn't just pure dumb. He has battle instincts and like street smarts and just environmental, like I don't say ingenuity. I'm about to say that's the wrong word. But he just wasn't like this. Like the way he is, he's one note. He's so tone deaf to everything that's around him. This man out here's capping right now saying he didn't kiss his wife. It's like, huh? It's like you got freaking 2, potentially 3 kids. It's like, what you talking about? I say potentially only because like with the way Super ended, not Super, with Dragon Ball Z, if I'm not mistaken, right? There was like another kid technically in there, if I'm not mistaken. But whole point is this man he gets it in. So it's like, how? Goku Black is the GOAT. And there it is. Look, I'm gonna make you a shirt. I'm not kidding. I have string elements. I can make a shirt. I got you, guys. GT got a little more creative with the Super Saiyan 4 instead of just doing. That's what I'm saying. They got more creative with their actual designs in the show. In general, the designs in general are interesting, from baby to freaking all of the dragons. Because remember, it's not just Omega Shenron. It was everybody. All the dragons had different like unique designs in the show in of itself. You know what I'm saying? Like they knew what they were doing. Let me see. Accomplish more versus our heroes. I mean, he body swapped Goku, then took. Oh, okay. So it's hard fire. Yeah. Frieza wish you can do that. Yeah, Frieza. Look, he just go the quick route and just blow up the planet. Because why do all that when he just blow up the planet? Like you're doing all these extra steps. Just blow up the planet. Here, Toriyama himself confirmed that Gohan's beast form is stronger than anyone else. I don't think yeah, no, there is no. See, that's again. Every time y'all bring up something, this is another reason why I don't like Super. The power scaling is actually off now. There is no power scaling anymore. We learned this from from the Tournament of Power. The fact that freaking Krillin, Tien, Master Roshi can do anything against some of these super strong son of a guns. Krillin was fighting against freaking Goku. It's like, honestly, because you remember back then, if the power level is too much, if you're too weak, you get knocked out, lickety split. Or are we forgetting about the whole thing with freaking Raccoon and Krillin? Raccoon knocked that man to next week. You know what? Not even just that. We can go back even further to Dragon Ball. Freaking Tambourine. Remember that sucker? He's that green lizard sucker. Tambourine. He was stronger than freaking Krillin. He literally killed him with a chop, bro. It's like, come on now. And I know he's like trying to reduce his powers, but he can only reduce his power so much. Come on. That was just weird. That was just weird. And then the whole thing with the blue form, it's like it can be anything. So he can be super powerful, or he can be at just a regular breathing level, him going to sleep type of thing. Like he's just nonchalant about it. You know what I mean? It's just the power scaling is all off with Super. That's the other thing I don't like about it. Giving him too much credit break. I'm just saying. Super Goku also put a hit on himself just so he can learn to beat hits. Exactly. Look, again, Goku's insane. Goku's actually insane. That's why I don't trust this man. All right. I like the baby ape and GT. Yeah, I like that too. That's what I'm saying. I like that form. That was another good idea. It's like I'm surprised we never brought back the tails. Now I'm thinking about it. It's not like the tails can't grow back, technically speaking, right? Like I'm pretty sure you can like even wish it back if you want to. Bulma making all these dumb wishes. Why not do that? So you can go back into your ape form. It's interesting they haven't done that yet. You choose not to get wished back at the end of the Cell Saga because his presence was exactly. Exactly, Avatar. That's what I'm saying. That's not the guy in Super. Super would be like, oh no, bring everybody over here to Earth. I want to fight them all, and then Earth blows up. I'm so excited for Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 and Demon Slayer season 3. I am too fortunate. I am too. I am a fan of both these series, and I'm looking forward to the next season for these shows. Man, I know they're gonna be good. I know they're gonna be good. Like again, even though Demon Slayer is one of the more basic series, I still really enjoy it. It's still a really good show at the end of the day. And Jujutsu Kaisen has been doing its thing. I mean, but the thing is, if Frieza just tried to bomb the planet, the heroes Goku sent in and go and stop him. So I mean, to an extent, right? But what if he? Because my question, right? Do we have to just throw one? Do we just have to just throw one bomb? Can't we not just throw multiple if need be? Remember, Frieza does it with one hand. It doesn't take much to blow up the planet. You know, like I'm just saying, like they could probably sense it, but can they even make it in time? I mean, Goku probably could because he can teleport over there. But it's like I'm just saying, if when in doubt, blow up the planet. And it's not like you haven't done it in front of him before. So I'm just saying. All right. Krillin is so weak that him dying has become a meme. Facts. Because that's all he does. Freaking same thing. Goku get blown up by Frieza. You know what I'm saying? Like this man just be staying dead. That's why it just made no sense. A family man, mind you. He ain't even fighting no more. He's a family man. He has a whole daughter. And he out here fighting. I was like, come on. All right. All right. Like, we gotta stop. We gotta stop this. Can't whip as tails. Bulma gotta make herself more thick. With 3 C's. 3 C's tech. Because she's kind of thick now. All right? She kind of thick now. Apparently forgot about the tails. That's why Goten and Trunks didn't have them. Fat. True. That's actually super true, right? Because, like, Goten and Trunks didn't have them when they popped out. Like, what happened? Like, Gohan had it. So why can't they? Why can't they? Feel like there are no consequences because of the Dragon Balls. Take those away and maybe it get better. Maybe. I mean, that's kind of the problem I have with, like, My Hero at the moment, because there's a character in there that can kind of revert everything back. So it's like, bro, all the stuff we just dealt with meant nothing. So I kind of see what you mean. Like, it would be nice to kind of get rid of the Dragon Balls, but the problem is, in order for that to happen, all of Namek gotta go. It's like, again, go get Frieza, go blow up the planet. That's messed up to even say, because, like, that's like the only way. And then kill Dende right now. I think Dende's the one that has the whole Dragon Balls. Then kill him, and then that way there is no more Dragon Balls. Then there's actual high stakes on everything at that point. At that point. Interesting enough, I believe Hercule is the only DB character who hasn't actually died. If you know, yeah, you know you're right. No, I don't think he's died. No, he hasn't died. You know what's even weirder? Actually, now it just dawned on me. Right, I was just talking about how Krillin got chopped in the neck or got kicked right by Tambourine back in Dragon Ball, and he died. Right, and then freaking Krillin in Dragon Ball Z with Raccoon, he like what went into broken bones. Like, his whole body was like crumbled. Right, if I'm not mistaken. Right, so. How the heck did Hercule actually survive a chop from freaking Cell? Like, he took that and said, okay. You know? Like, think about that. Think about that. Yeah, actually minutes forgetting about them. I'm not joking. Honestly, I'm not surprised. I'm actually not surprised, because when it comes to Akira Toriyama, I don't think he remembers everything that's going on. He's old. That's the first thing. Like, unfortunately, I mean, that's just the fact. The man's old. He's not going to remember everything. It's part of the reason why I'm like, I was kind of hesitant for him to even come back to even do a series in the first place. Given that, you know, will he be able to actually keep up with his writing and his pacing and everything that he needs to do? So, I mean, that's not surprising. He was with Goku, and then with Boo destroyed. Yeah, exactly. And with Frieza. Yeah, exactly. Wait, no, that's not true. Wait, I just remember. I just said this. No, didn't he? Well, no, he was with them. No, wait. Was he? No, he was with them. Yo, he really did. He really didn't die. That's crazy. God dang. Her girl hidden superpower confirmed. I know, right? You know what? You know what, Vix? You know, everybody? This man got the Death Devil in him. The Chainsaw Man reference. Really, he's actually really strong for a human. I mean, yeah, he's one of the what, world's strongest humans or something like that, or something along the lines. That's why he was the champ. That's why he was the champ. There's a reason why it's built around my waist. All right. Like how the whole show forget that Piccolo is the son of the Demon King Piccolo. I mean, well, funny enough that you actually bring that up, Chibi. They brought that up in the Dragon Ball superhero movie. Funny enough. Only for a brief moment. Story has a minute to forgetting a lot of things. That is not surprising. This is kind of reminding me of like JoJo, where the JoJo creator, he ends up like kind of forgetting some stuff that he did in the beginning stages. Like, Giorno's ability, for instance, was a lot different than what we see later on. It was Araki, that's his name. It was weird that happened like that. It was like, what happened there? Give her launch when going to DBZ. Ooh, let's get. I know who that is. Actually, I might need to double check that. Yeah, let's make sure to double check. I need to double check myself. Also, he's 6'7". Oh, 6. I say, I'm talking about height. He's 67. He's not that old. That's pretty old. That's when you can start forgetting some things, all right? Vix, that's when you can start forgetting some things. When you get into that 60 area, that's when you say, look, your brain be doing other things, all right? He's been forgetting since he started Z himself, which is like 30. Yo, I didn't want to do him like that, all right? I was trying to use the old excuse. You out here like saying, nah, it's like out here always forgetting 100%. Since day one. Since he started making DBZ. Since he started making Dragon Ball, bro. Yeah. It goes from massive threat to the earth to yeah, Pan's babysitter. Pan's babysitter. Yeah, 100%. Look, he is actually the father of all the children. This man out here raising all the kids. He trained Goten and Trunks. You know what I'm saying? Like in Super, you saw what he was doing. He was out here just being the greatest of fathers, while Gohan is just being stupid. How are you gonna be this type of parent when your father was never really there? It's like come on now. Because he's been forgetting over half of his life, so he's not an excuse. Look, I was trying to give him something. All right? Remember when Drono could create plants and turn them into... Yeah, exactly, Chibi. That's what I was talking about. Like, he had a whole ability of being able to do that, right? Never comes back. It's like, okay, we're just not going to use his ability anymore then, all right? What was that even then? I think Josuke has something like that too. Like for some reason, Araki will always do something in the beginning stages and then forget that happened in the first place, and then change up the abilities as so fit. It's the best character development. 100%. Best writing of all time. But all right, guys. With that said, let's go ahead and actually start wrapping up here. I appreciate the conversations. This was actually been pretty fun. I like this section right here where we get to just talk about anime, and this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to this stream. We get to talk about anime and go back and forth on ideas and hot takes and everything like that. So, guys, we will be back again next Wednesday. Actually, no, I could probably make this happen on Monday, given that most of the shows happened on the weekend. Most of the shows I'm watching, like 3 shows happen on Saturday, right? And then I believe 1 or 2 are on Friday, and then there's 1 on Thursday or something like that. The way the structure is for it, I can actually get this out probably on Monday, possibly. We'll see what happens. If not Monday, it'll be back here on Wednesday, and we'll be talking more anime, having more hot takes. Again, if you guys have any hot takes that you guys think of that you want to discuss even, please, we have my Discord. Get up in there or send me a DM even and tell me that hot take so we can actually get that into discussion for next week's stream. Obviously, we're going to be talking about more anime. We might even add another one. Who knows? We'll see what's going on here and see if I can watch any more anime there is, because there's a lot of animes I need to watch. So we'll see what happens here. We might have up to 8. We'll see what happens. Love DB. Love Akira's work. Man's a problem. Man's a problem sometimes. 100%. He has a problem. Josie Healing was used a lot. That's true. Yeah. Have a good night. You see, everyone have a good night. Remember when Josuke saw his hero who looks like... Yeah, that was never explained. That was another thing. I thought they were gonna explain that at some point, but that was false. You shouldn't even look at that. Have a good morning, afternoon, night, Tuesday, whatever. True. Wherever time zone you in, hope you have a good time, whatever you got going on, all right? Appreciate you guys coming in here. Thank you all for the love. Thank you all for some follows. I saw some people following this too. Also, if you guys could quickly give this a like, this helps with the algorithm, be able to push this type of stream out to other people if they want to talk anime, have more people come in here and see what's actually going on here in the Breakmaster channel, in this break room. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you guys can give it a like, I appreciate that. And the word of the day, the word at the end of the stream. So if you watch this entire stream, or if you've watched this entire video, which I'd be surprised if you did, the key word is going to be Desto. Yup. I want you to type Desto in the comment section so I know you watched the entire thing. All right. Let me get out of here. Drink goddamn water. Take goddamn vitamins. And I'll see you next time. Till then. Break out. Go ahead and watch that.